A guardian dog that's loyal to you is often failing the animals. If your livestock guardian dog is always near you, always checking in, always following you around, that's not loyalty. That's a warning. And most people don't realize it until something goes wrong. Because a real working LGD doesn't orbit the handler. It doesn't need reassurance. And it doesn't constantly ask, what should I do next? If your LGD is glued to you, it's not protecting the animals. It's protecting you. And that's a problem. Let's start with why this confuses people. Most dog owners are trained to believe checking in is obedience. Following is loyalty. Staying close means the dog is engaged. That logic works for pets. It works for companion dogs. It works for obedience dogs. But livestock guardian dogs are different. They were never designed to be relational first animals. They were designed to be environment first. A guardian that constantly seeks the handler is looking for direction, looking for permission, or looking for comfort. And none of those belong in a working LGD. The job isn't to stay close to you. The job is to stay close to the livestock. When an LGD stays near the handler, it usually means one of three things. The dog hasn't bonded to the animals. The livestock isn't its anchor yet. The dog is insecure in its role. It doesn't fully trust itself to make decisions alone. The dog sees you as the responsibility, not the herd, not the flock, not the pen. This isn't rebellion, it's misalignment. The dog isn't being bad, it's just not working. A lot of people say, my LGD always checks in with me. That sounds good until you think about timing. Predators don't wait for permission. Threats don't announce themselves. A guardian that feels the need to check in is splitting attention, delaying response, and mentally leaving its post, even if it's only for seconds. Those seconds matter. A confident LGD doesn't ask, is this okay? It decides, and it decides away from you. Now here's the part people get wrong. A good LGD knows where you are. That's not the issue. The issue is dependence. Awareness looks like brief visual confirmation, calm acknowledgement, then returning to position. Dependence looks like following your movement, mirroring your pace, repositioning when you move. If the dog's placement changes every time you do, it's not guarding the perimeter. It's shadowing the handler. That's not work. That's attachment. This problem shows itself most clearly at night, because at night you're not moving, you're not giving cues, you're not present. If the dog relies on you during the day and doesn't magically become independent at night, instead it sleeps closer to buildings, stays near familiar paths, or drifts toward human scent. Meanwhile, the stock is exposed. People wake up and say, nothing happened, so it must be fine. But predators don't test every night. They watch, they wait, they learn patterns. A guardian that orbits the handler teaches predators exactly where the gaps are. A working LGD does three things consistently. It anchors itself to the animals, not people. It chooses position over comfort, even when no one is watching. It stays put when you leave. No pacing, no following, no anxiety. The best LGDs look boring to humans. They don't seek attention. They don't perform loyalty. They don't need validation. They work quietly, away from you. That's the point. The hardest part for owners is this. A dog can be well behaved, calm, obedient, affectionate, and still be failing as a guardian, because livestock protection isn't about behavior, it's about placement, pressure, and independence. If your LGD is always near you, it tells you something, not with barking, not with aggression, but with proximity. So if your LGD is always near you, don't praise it, observe it. Ask, where does it choose to be when I'm gone? What does it protect when I'm not around? Who is it actually bonded to? Because a real guardian doesn't need to follow the handler. It already knows its job, and it doesn't involve you. This problem almost never starts on purpose. It starts small. A dog follows you once, you don't correct it. The dog waits by the gate, you don't notice. The dog sleeps near the house one night, nothing happens, so the behavior gets reinforced. Not because you praised it, but because nothing challenged it. LGDs learn through consequence, not instruction. If following you has no downside, it becomes acceptable. If staying with livestock has no pressure, it becomes optional. That's how the drift starts. Quietly, comfortably, without any warnings. By the time most owners notice this, they try to fix it the wrong way. They call the dog back, they leash it, they give commands, they add obedience. But obedience doesn't create responsibility. It creates compliance. And compliance only exists when you're present. A guardian dog doesn't need to listen better. It needs to decide better. If the dog still orbits you after correction, it means the root problem wasn't addressed. The bond is misplaced. And misplaced bonds don't break with commands. They break with reassignment of purpose. Even if you never lose livestock, this behavior still costs you. It costs you sleep, it costs you peace of mind, and trust in your system. Because now you're compensating. You check more. You worry more. You feel like something's off, even when nothing's happened yet. That feeling isn't paranoia. It's pattern recognition. Your instincts notice misalignment before damage shows up. Most serious losses happen after months of ignored discomfort. This is what that discomfort means. Here's the hard truth most people don't want to hear. Some LGDs never fully recover from human anchoring. Not because they're bad dogs, but because bad habits harden. The longer a dog operates with human-first attachment, comfort-based positioning, and handler-dependent decision-making, the harder it is to flip the switch back.